if you remember, a year and a half ago, we lost our beloved Yiannis, okay? My sister's firstborn. Yiannis, 6'3", 200 pounds, exercise anyway. He was vacationing. He was in the wrong place, the wrong time, the wrong person. The court, it was up, they start November 8th and they finish Thursday night, okay? To make the long story short, it was two guys tall like this, like 5 foot tall, maybe one is shorter than me. They took their parents' hunting guns, and Yiannis, he was in Kalamata, southern Greece, and with his friend, Yiannis, by the way, is in the special forces, in case you forgot. So Yiannis looking for a car, okay, to buy a car. So the friend says, oh, I have a couple of friends who they have a car to show you, okay? And Yiannis at the time, he was 25 years old, the other guy 25 years old. So these little bastards, they call Yiannis' friend Costa and they said, we have a car. It was 12:35 after midnight. They grabbed the motorcycle, okay, you know, okay, they were in the cafeteria drinking cocktail juice and stuff. So they took the motorcycle and when they meet them and they say, oh, the car is, you know, a few feet over. Soon, okay, Yiannis and his friend going first because they didn't want to go behind the car. It was too much dust, okay? The minute they got off on the motorcycle, just like that, they was unable, they didn't even turn around. It was the two guys, one who did he orchestrated the whole thing, it was premeditated, and let me tell you why. You're gonna knock your socks off. So they were just getting off the motorcycle just like that, and they hear bang, 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 bang. That's it, okay? From the back. Because Yiannis and the other guy were, you know, too tall. If they see anything like that, they will grab it like this, okay? After they fell down, they're still shooting, okay? Their bodies, it was like, what? They have holes everywhere. To make the long story short, the judges, the prosecutors, the lawyers of my sister, of Yiannis' lawyers, everybody gave them life in prison because there is no death penalty in Europe anymore. It was before Europe, it was separate, but now, I don't know, it's not. And the defense lawyers arguing, these kids, they're innocent because they were teenagers and they did the crime. 18 years old, you're not underage, you're adult. Anyway, everybody very sympathetic, the whole court, the jury and everything. But let me tell you something about the laws. You know what, life in prison here is what, 150 years? Okay.
Well, I mean, it's till you die. I don't know.
Exactly, 100 years till you die. Brace yourselves. Now the European Union, because I say human rights and everything, to do a homicide like that, what right the human have, okay? It's 25 years in prison. That's life in prison. And from that, after good behavior, it goes to 18. And from 18, it goes to 6, 7. Okay? Now, to lose your child and then to tell you something like that. But it's more to it. They're not going to come out. They gave them 40 years each because it was 2 crimes, okay? But now they're going to go, because they were teenagers, they didn't give him the 25 each. They gave him 20 years for each crime, okay? So now they're going to the...
Wait. You said 40, then 20. So it's each,
okay. They kill Yiannis and Costa.
Right.
So 20 for Yiannis, 20 for Costa, each
So the birth
killer
Okay.
got 40 years.
Okay.
Okay? Now, they should got 50 years each. But anyway, now the parents of Yiannis, my sister, the husband, and everything, they went to the prosecutor of the area where the crime happened to ask with the papers and everything, the lawyers, our lawyers, you know, I mean, I have to say are because, you know, to lift this teenage thing because they did it happily. They did it, it was premeditated, and you know why they did it? They say they used to it because they were playing video games for so many years. How the hell that?
That may be the excuse they gave.
Exactly.
That's the excuse.
The
It's
judges,
not-
the prosecutors,
You blame
the
anything-
whole country,
Yeah.
the
In that situation-
media,
All right.
everything is for the victims, okay? So now they're gonna go after them, and then they did it, but the parents, they have properties and everything. Now they're allowed to go after the material things, you know, not my sister, everybody, they're not gonna they're gonna take everything away, they're gonna sue them, and they have the good, they have the authority, you know, to do that, and they're gonna give it to charity. They're not gonna keep not even one penny for that because that's Yiannis' blood. So they're gonna give it to charity, whatever they're gonna do, and they're gonna make sure they never get out. But if they get out, first of all, now they're gonna send them in the jail of Korydallos in Athens. You know, those jails there. I swear to God, you wish you died instead to go there. Okay, now were they sending them? But if for some any reason, years from now they get out, the people in the area where happened, the other guys, relatives, brothers and everything, they told them, pray you stay in jail. You get out, you dead. That's it. So anyway, please, I know you know, you're a good people out there. You have lots of sympathy and good hearts. Just say little prayer for the victims and for their parents because they're going through so much and they never gonna have peace. They never gonna have normal life because they lost their sons. And you know, you lose your life, you can never get it back. Never. So thank you all.
What did I mean? Didn't the newspaper say and stuff that it might have been a steroid deal gone wrong first?
No,
I don't
nothing.
get it. Why did they kill
it didn't
them?
come
Rob 'em?
because okay, these kids, they have pornography on the internet. Now they go in for another crime. It's much more court to go.
What other crime? What do you mean?
Because they were doing bad stuff, pornography on the internet.
They were making pornography?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Also, the parents are not good. The father and the mother raised them I don't exactly understand, but a lot of stuff came out on court, okay? Mm-hmm. So also, if you have a gun, you're a parent, you have a gun, hunted gun. Why you don't have it locked? And 10:30 at night, they took the gun and they say, "Oh, mom, dad, we're going for hunting." Where are you going hunting 10:30 at night? You know, that's dark. You can't see anything. You know what I'm saying? So it is really bad, but they still have court upon court upon court upon court. So my sister and the family and the other young man's family, they will be after them. It will take another 5-6 years before all this court is over. But they're gonna rip them off and they're gonna give the money to charity, to real charity, to make sure who needs it. Who needs it? Because, and also, they put him on the stand to confess, and the judge and the prosecutor asked him, why you did that? He said, there is nothing we can do about it. It's done, and we can undo it. And they were so kind of no remorse, no repent, no nothing. Nothing. They just did it to satisfy. And they say, how you felt after you killed 2 people? We're talking about military people here. They said, well, we felt fine. We went home and slept and we thought nothing about it.
Did they really say that?
Yes.
How do you know?
How do I know?
If you're gonna say that about
My
someone, I
sister's
deserve to hear
husband, he
why,
was
yeah.
there. Irene was there.
Okay.
Katerina, he was there. Other relatives was there. And it's on the it's everywhere. You know, I'm not making this up.
Hold on, I deserve an answer. If you're going to
Yes.
say something like that, you can't just say
and they give them so much, you know, and they give them the maximum because they couldn't do to the law. They couldn't give them 100 years because they did the crime out of some kind of satisfaction, pleasure, something like that, just to, you know, because they couldn't find nothing over Yanni. If you know the good things, the papers wrote, he was the benevolent giant of the island, you know, the whatever. He's this, that. He was helping people, volunteer, everything. You know, they didn't find nothing on Yanni and nothing on the other guy. It was no steroids, no other legal, supposedly, whatever, what do you call this stuff you taking, you know. Nothing.
Well, so were the guys who killed them, were they high or something? Like, well, I don't understand why they...
No, it's
you know,
just
like sometimes
cold hard. You know, some killers here who are in jail, some really, really bad people. It was cold, heartless, thoughtless, just people.
Like they kill just for the fun of it?
Yes, for the fun of it. And not only that, on Yanni and the other guy went to meet them, they wasn't there, so they went back. From the records, the phone records, they find out this George, the perpetrators, they call them and they say, oh, you can come back now. We are here. We show you where to go. You know where it is. The car, supposedly. To buy their car. Can you believe this? Just to lose your life for nothing. Nothing. The judges was crying, the prosecutors, the jurors, everybody. I mean, it was in Greece, things like that don't happen very often. It happened during the Turkish occupation, during, you know, whatever. But the whole country is so sympathetic so to them. But so what? Yanni's gone. It's appreciative. They appreciate everything. But my sister said, I'm never going to see my Yanni again. And it's very painful, very painful. They can't communicate, the computer is broken, they don't have those phones with, you know, they have internet, you know, they have those flip-flops, you know, stuff like that. But they're okay now, but the thing is, it's gonna take forever. They're never gonna have normal life like they did 2 years ago, before these things happened.
So did the killers, did they have like a mental history or something, like they've been arrested before?
They didn't been arrested before, but they proved they did things not, they wasn't mentally ill or anything, but they was just kind of heartless. Like I go out and kill a dog and tie the rope around the dog and go like this and say, ha ha, and it's a pleasure. No, I'm just saying example.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying. And human life to them, it don't mean anything.